Hello Starlights, my name is Eclipse Elf, and if you're new here, welcome. I mainly talk about my fantasy art, storytelling, and also some well-being videos. I live in the UK and I love the 90s to 2000s anime and video games, so things with high detail, so hair was highly detailed. Magical girl animes have these bright, big, shiny eyes which influence all of my art style today. And as for video games, my favourite video game of all time is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and in fact the whole of the Legend of Zelda series has influenced my aesthetic, so my ears, a lot of stuff around my room, and I guess this hat as well. Even though the new game featured mushroom people, I actually made this a long time ago, way before that. As my book of creatures in regards to my storytelling, and I recently got Vibey, my little plant creature up there, done with a D20 dice for the D&D people, so Dungeons and Dragons. And I brought this to every artist alley I've gone to, so it's encouraged people to have a flip through my sketchbook. And every character in here is influenced by a real life mushroom, so this is the Amethyst Deceiver, and I wanted her to look sneaky, so each one of them have an influence from whether it's their uses or if it's to do with the name itself. To the plant creatures, so Vibey and all the rest of them, they're all in a gang and they will be featured in my story. I won't go into what they all do, but they'll bring joy to all the characters in one way, or might annoy some in another way. This character here, alongside her other counterpart in my short story, this comic will be done in full traditional watercolors, so because I'm obsessed with brushes and sketchbooks, all of half-finished sketchbooks, I'm going to be doing it on paper, whereas usually a lot of people do digital art because it's quicker, but I wanted to do things traditionally. I just love how everything looks, and I love the little imperfections just to know that someone's done it by hand, that there's a person behind it. Obviously I'm not trying to say anything about digital art, but for me, I personally like the look of traditional. Now, another thing I love to do is costume making, so a lot of my cosplays have been either Disney or video games based, where I did a Bowser from Zelda Breath of the Wild. And there's going to be a new costume that I'm doing for, well, hopefully for a competition, but we'll see what happens with that. And I've also picked up the ukulele, which I'll grab for you. I got a hard case for it, and I got to the instrument store, and it was the first one I picked up, or I did look around, but for some reason once this was placed in my hands I bonded with it more than the rest of them. Here it is. So if I just have to put my hard case down. So the body of it is mahogany and the top is spruce wood, and I'm using a 30-day ukulele challenge, which is actually proven very easy to actually play along with. I thought I'd be very stuck, but I just really wanted to play a strings instrument for some reason. I think I just like the sound. Also, if you've watched Steven Universe, a very old cartoon TV show, I've been heavily influenced by Rebecca Sugar and all of her works. And I would love to make ukulele songs correlate with my characters, so they all have like a theme song similar to Stephen, Garnet, Amethyst, etc. But so far I've learnt nursery rhymes. I will upgrade. And I've also learned how to do the island strum. So this is one of the chords on, was it the G, C, E, A string, which goes. If I play that a bit better. And then tone changes. But I just like doing that to make it sound a bit different. Anyway, enough rambles. So beyond that, then my next videos I'll be sharing my minor characters, my side characters, my main characters, and my antagonist characters, the world building and the scenery. So influences from the scenery will be a lot from nature, and also arcade. So old arcade machines will be shown, consoles, things like CDs. I'm not sure about VHS tapes though. Just old things to bring about nostalgia. And it'll be about navigating your 20s, and also that life is a journey and opportunities are everywhere. That's going to be the main aim. So whether you've like done a degree in college or university, you don't have to be stuck in a certain pathway and feel bad for it. You can actually try out a variety of different things. You can pick up hobbies and not feel like you're stuck. That's the main aim. And each one of my characters will have clashing personalities, so they have to work together to fit into each other's puzzle pieces a little bit so that they can move the story forward. And there'll also be a lot of challenges and obstacles that they will have to face. So it's all about working together in my story, with a little bit of romance as well. One more thing I wanted to include in this video, and that is the community section of my channel. So there'll be Q&As, polls, and ways of you actually getting involved. So for instance, there'll be opportunities that actually influence what the background characters will look like. So if you think of any TV show or movie, there's always someone in a cafe or a restaurant or wherever, DJ set, and people dancing. You can actually influence who or what they'll actually look like and their clothing style. So there'll be a little bit of you in my comic series as well, which I thought would be very fun. And also opportunities to actually get to know you, which I'm keen. I just want to have like my own little squadron of starlights, as I like to call you guys in every video. So, and also if there's nostalgic elements, so toys or old things that existed way back in the day in the 90s or 2000s, I can actually put on desks. Or if one of the characters' rooms are very messy, they can be across the floor. Say if it was maybe with a pogo stick or an old scooter. I had a tweenie scooter when I was a kid. Things like that really, and you can actually comment. And for some of the Q&As, I'll actually get you guys to theorize, because I don't want to expose everything, theorize how you think each chapter will play out, or how you think the story will go. It'll be interesting, and if some of the theories are good enough, I'll actually include them. Right, so I think that's everything I wanted to include in this video. So if you like this video, you can actually watch one of these where I actually talk a tiny bit about the characters and their personalities. And I hope to see you in the next ones where I actually will be going in more depth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.